Hello, friends. Welcome to Talking with Famous People. My name is host Eric. I am the host of Talking with Famous People. And today I'm asking the important question, do you have a personality? No, you don't. Not yet. Not until you take my symposium, How to Have a Personality. That's where I teach people, regular people like you, how to have a personality like I do. I got a lot of it. It's like, that's how much personality I have. You know that one song where they go, "You've got personality"? That was written about me. It's not for you. It doesn't mean you have personality. Until you take my symposium, you don't have any personality. Oh, yours comes out in short bursts? Well, okay. You might have occasional indications of personality, but until you take my symposium, you'll just have flashes of it. You'll never actually have a personality. Each of my body parts are different types. Both of your hands are INFP. Is that why you don't do anything with them? IHG last. You think personality is tied to SI? Might be. Until you learned in my symposium what it means to have a personality. By learn it, I mean memorize what I say. Then you won't have any personality. The obligated introvert says, "Hi, sorry, fuck. We weren't that offended by your hi." Oh, I see. You wanted to switch back into Countess out of the obligated introverts. Nevertheless, the apology was unnecessary. I was unoffended by your hi. I tell you what I am offended by. You are not signing up for my symposium that teaches you how to have a personality. Like Countess, right now, you don't have any personality type. You're just, yeah. Hi, April. Having a personality means constantly being an extrovert. Okay. Rule number one. You need to massively increase your amount of ha-cha-chas and waka-waka-wakas if you want to have personality. Okay. Like, when's the last time, April, you said waka 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 while moving your hands like that? Probably not for a long time. That's why you don't have a personality. Okay. In my symposium, I'll teach you not only the secrets of waka 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 and the secrets of ha cha cha cha, but I'll teach you such phrases as "hey, hey, hey," and "look at me." That's how you become a real personality having person. If you weren't playing musical phones, I'd better get a hold of you for seminar dates. Listen, the seminar dates they're flexible. Okay. The key thing is you PayPal me $4,000. That'll buy you a seat at the seminar. Okay. Now, what you're guaranteed to get is a certificate from me telling you do have a personality. You're not actually guaranteed to get a seminar, but it won't matter because the only reason you're taking the seminar is for the certificate anyway. I do promise to give you the certificate. If you don't want to go through all the learning part, that's fine. I get it. You paid the $4,000. You should just get the certificate. You're the client after all, you know. Yeah, and see, the thing is, whether or not there's actually a seminar kind of depends on whether I'm feeling like it or not. If I have some idea that's kind of exciting me, maybe we'll talk about that briefly, but I don't want to commit to a long seminar. So, a seminar could be anywhere from, all licenses all the time is the licensing agency for the seminar certificate. They're in cahoots with me, so to speak. So you can't go past me like that. There's no way to sidestep the middleman. Now, look, if instead of just having a personality, you want to have both personality and to be actualized, that's $6,000. Lastly, if you want to have a personality, be actualized, and attain enlightenment, that's $10,000. Same seminar, different certificates. Same seminar, different certificate is a great sentence. Says so much in so few words. So, yeah, I am selling Spiritual Awakening for an outrageous amount of money if you'd like to purchase it. And you'll know you really, really are spiritually awakened because you won't just have my word for it. You will be certificated as enlightened, And somebody says, what do you mean you're enlightened? You go, I'm not just enlightened, I'm certificated as enlightened. And I go, oh, my bad. Share with me your wisdom. Same nonsensical seminar for your arms and legs. Look, I am willing to enlighten an entire body at once, okay? Ooh, you want to attain the personality of a guru? Oh, you need the $25,000 package then. Again, same seminar, different certificates. Same seminar or lack thereof. All right, everybody, welcome to the seminar. Today, we're going to talk about you, your soul, enlightenment, actualization, optimization, attainment, and all that jazz. First, let me see all your checks are cleared. All right, we're good to go. Guru status allows you to have a mass orgy? I'm pretty sure it doesn't. I mean, I'm pretty sure you don't need guru status to allow you to have a mass orgy. It may enable you to accomplish that more easily, I suppose, but you probably lose a lot of guru legitimacy in the process, I would suspect. I've not tried to organize any orgies with my guru status heretofore, so I don't know for sure. But I'm guessing that the attempt to organize an orgy will cause you to lose a lot of guru capital because, the obviousness of your pervery will sort of wash away some of the sheen off of your guruhood.
Sounds like a character Thomas Lennon played in a show I like.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Gurus for orgies?
Well, he's like a midlife crisis guy who divorces his wife and has a fuck room.
Oh. Well. Guru the Gray. Exactly, Peter Dintici. Guru the Gray. I mean, I think if you're organizing orgies, you're kind of Guru the Black at that point. To the extent that being a central figure in some sort of community affords you the ability to fuck more chicks, and you take full advantage of that, then you're probably a bit of a scumbag. I'm just saying, I mean, I'm not one to judge, but if I can convince C.S. Joseph to go through your bondage process, will you send me money? What's my bondage process? Is that, you mean the seminar? There's no bondage in the seminar, okay? It's bondage free. There will be a PowerPoint, maybe, if I make it before the seminar. It'll be like a TED Talk. Rachel and I were watching a TED Talk yesterday, I think it was, about bird intelligence. But the lady was such a terrible speaker that I just had to turn it off. She was so full of ums and ahs and manatees and mews. I was just like, okay, lady, you need to speak more fluidly if you want me to listen to you over a long period of time. Orgies are a side effect of clans led by gurus. Huh. I'm pretty sure, though, I got to say this, that orgies, if you're a guru and you want to maximize your orgies, you really need to have some sort of physical location where you get all your cult members to come live with you there.
I heard that wine should be involved.
A lot of wine. Yeah, blood of Christ. Blood of Christ really loosens everybody up. The seminar reminds me of the Alpha Quadra meetup, something like that, but there were a bunch of people at your house. The answer for you, Blue Nowhere, unfortunately, is no. You don't have a personality, and you won't until you take my seminar and earn a certificate that says you have a personality. That's what kind of question it is. It's the kind of question that sells seminars. He said, sixth slot is what others expect from you. What does it mean if others expect you to be nice or like humble or whatever in such situations? Sixth slot is what you expect others to expect from you. What you consider it's reasonable for others to expect from you. So what that means is I consider it reasonable for workplaces to expect from me TE. And so when I'm asked to provide something work-like, I tend to provide TE, even if it's not what's necessarily asked for. Any sixth slot. It means in terms of working in the outside world, you expect the world to demand of you ideation. And so when you are asked to do work in work conditions, you tend to provide expert intuition in some form or another. New ideas, you are best at a creative kind of endeavor, even if it's creating organizational stuff. So, Blue Nowhere, if you were to enjoy the benefits of being in my seminar, what kind of personality do you think you'd like? Would you like to be a leader, a follower, somebody who eats a lot of meows? Would you like to be a friend to the animal kingdom? What kind of personality would you like? You can choose from any of the Countess taxonomy personalities there. She wrote down public personalities, guru-led personalities, bedroom personalities, courtroom personalities, etc. Are any Dom's weirdos as teenagers or outcasts, like not typically alpha or whatever? I was, for sure, weirdo. People didn't quite know what to make of me. I wouldn't call myself an outcast, but I confused people a lot as a teenager. I had a lot of emotions myself about how I wanted to be popular or appear things, but also how I couldn't tolerate the boringness of certain things, Any Doms plus TI would appear precocious and insufferably so. Well put, Countess. Insufferable is how you would. That's the best word to describe me as a teenager. Insufferable. My courtroom personality. I don't really have a courtroom personality. I guess this would be my courtroom personality. If you think of courtroom as holding court in some regard. That's what this live stream is, right? It's like Eric holding court. There's something inherently insufferable about that whole notion. And I can't help but just think the FE of such a thing makes me, the guy who played the dwarf in Lord of the Rings trilogy. That guy.
The one who
The one who played the dwarf in Lord of the Rings.
There's too many dwarves.
The main dwarf guy. The main dwarf guy, okay? The dwarf who has the most screen time. He's the one who goes.
Frodo?
No, Frodo. I don't know. Did you intentionally do that to IAG last?
No, I didn't do anything.
It says message deleted by IAG last.
I didn't do
by
anything.
Curse Server. And IAG last was hidden by you accidentally, I think.
No, the last thing I typed was art.
No, I know.
Insufferable.
Okay. Yeah, you accidentally
You deleted a message. Was high school boring for you? How was that?
unhide. Yeah, that was an accident, IAG last. I should have just successfully unhidden you. She accidentally hid you from the channel. Okay. Most jurors don't like lawyers who blast witnesses.
What does that mean?
Well, I mean, Blue Nowhere's pointing out that my courtroom personality would be dependent on the circumstances. Most jurors don't like lawyers who blast witnesses. How was high school? For me, it was boring. Was it boring? Yeah, it was. Well, no, it was bothersome. It was continually bothersome. It was making demands of me all the time. I expected myself to meet those demands, but I hated those demands. And it was confusing. Like, what is this thing? Why? I sort of accepted that I had to perform reasonably well at it or else I'd get too much grief from people. But I didn't like it. I didn't like the stuff. Did I get laid a lot in high school? No. I actually did not get laid until after high school. So the answer to that is a definite no. Period blood. It's always getting all over everything. That's the great thing about it. It's a constant vaginal blood splash party. Anyway, the dwarf guy, the guy who played the dwarf in Lord of the Rings, the main dwarf guy. Not Frodo's the elf. No, Frodo's the hobbit. The elf is.
But he's that dude. Oh, the elf was in like Kate Blanchett.
No, the elf has the pointy ears.
Yes.
The hobbit is Frodo.
Right.
The dwarf is the guy with the beard and the axe who's like, oh,
is the same person?
No, I'll find a picture of him or something. The dwarf guy.
And INTJ showed me in the same weekend that movie, Lord of the Rings, and Lost in Translation.
This guy, Gimli.
Oh yeah, that's what I was thinking about. I just associate him with trees. He's a red beard.
Gimli. Okay.
Dude.
So, the reason I wanted to mention him is I one time saw a little bit of a show, like an actors round table, right? Or something like that had him at the sort of center of the table. And he was basically holding court in this very extroverted, like excessively actory kind of way that I was just like, oh, the self-importance is just killing me. I just couldn't.
What was that?
I don't know exactly what it was. Somehow I was flipping through channels one day and I landed on it for, no, I don't do the whisper shout parts of the song. I just sing the singing part of the song. The guy who sings that is Ken. He's a channel guy. And I what do you call it? I sampled that from a conversation in which he was making fun of this other guy. He was like saying, because Kato was being like, I'm badass, blah, blah, blah. And then Ken's like, I'm rich. I'm the best. I'm the greatest. He started doing that shit, making fun of Kato, and I thought it was funny, and I was messing with the audio of that thing to make a video out of, and I wanted to put a little background music underneath it. And so I had this other music thing that I was fucking around with. It didn't have any vocals. It was just that ding, 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 that music part for it. And so I stuck it under there, and it just happened to land the way that it sounds in the song, basically, like in the background music. And when I got to that part, hearing it over the background music, I was like, oh shit, that sounds cool. I like that. And so then I just made a song that was just like a 10-minute long loop of him doing that in the various incarnations of the thing. And finally, after some months after that or whatever, I was like, you know what, this song could actually, I want it to be more of a song. So I'm gonna add the other verse to it, so to speak. Anyway, that's the point about holding court. Holding court is inherently cringy, and if it's done like expecting too much earnest investment by your audience, it really can be meaty.
They always have like actors round tables and stuff, but that one sounds strange.
Yeah, I don't. There's another guy that I saw an interview of that I was talking about with Rachel the other night that made me cringe, and that's the guy from Knocked Up.
Seth Rogen?
Yeah, Seth Rogen. When I saw an interview with him, and he was too extroverted, and it made me feel cringy. Mm-hmm. Octavio Silva says, Eric, please let Rachel know that I said hi. Octavio Silva says hi, Rachel.
Hi, Octavio Silva.
Hi, Octavio Silva. We wouldn't want Rachel to have to persist in a state where she's unaware of your saying of the hi to her. You're right. That would be unacceptable.
I just want to kiss you all over.
Who is the creepy ring dude who goes, my precious? That's Gollum.
Yeah.
Gollum is a perfect example of FI. That's FI in a nutshell, is Gollum. My precious. I don't care. I'm selfish and self-indulgent because of my FI.
Yeah.
If I add emojis to my sentences, that make me an FE Dom? Yes, actually, it does. That's how you get to become an FE Dom. Once you reach a certain escape velocity's worth of emojis, then you escape from the gravitational pull of your current type and jettison into the vacuous space of FE Doms. Yeah, Schmeagol / Gollum, definitely ISFP.
I thought I had two names, Schmeagol, like,
yeah,
that's one that I remembered, and then Gollum.
Schmeagol was his name before he got shriveled into evil by the ring.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, he got shriveled into evil by the ring. He had it for such a long time. Which personalities are least likely to moralize? Probably SFPs. They're the least abstract. Moralizing is kind of an abstract process. I mean, I think most intuitives moralize to some extent or another, one way or another, even if they're moralizing about moralizing. SFPs are much less language focused. They're going to talk about abstractions like that a lot less. Finkel was his name when he was just a guy that caught a fish, eating it raw in the river. But once he had the ring for many, many years, he became a shriveled, evil guy. Nothing but a bunch of FI. He became Gollum. Yes, if you have nothing but a bunch of bad FI, you become Gollum. Now, I do believe, and I want to stress this, I don't want to tease too hard. I want to admit this. There's a lot of good FI too. Not all FI is Gollum's greedy, precious, but I gotta have it even if I have to jump into a lava pit to get it. Obsession. You think the One Ring is an ENTJ? I don't think the One Ring has a personality, Eric Moore. Maybe, what's that guy who made it? The evil eye guy? Is it Sauron? See, I get him confused with Saruman. They sound kind of similar. My FI is Gollum-like. My FI is also Gollum-like. You know, I think everybody's is. If something you find precious is threatened, you become very meandity man about it. But yeah, he did murder his friend for an item. That will fuck you FI for life, I'm sure. I found my Gma Lapalosa's ring, and my parents are holding it. Okay, well, if you'd like to retrieve it from them. I'm new to MBTI. Where do I find more information on it? Well, the big dream, right here is your storehouse of a wealth, of a treasure chest, of a motherlode of information about all things personality type, cognitive functions, and your mom's face. One-stop shop. Eric Moore, didn't you get the memo? I'm an ENTJ, says Countess. At least I identify myself as such. SI Polar, beyond a reasonable doubt, motherfuckers. Piao Piao, says Countess. That's 2 piaos for every lost memory. Knife is the FI emoji. ISFP in the grip. Ask Peter. Who is Peter? Peter Dentici, not Dentici. Okay, I'm INFJ. What do I need to know? You're doomed to a life of endless misery and sorrow. INFJ, the most sorrowful of all the types. No, I'm just kidding. The big dream. You're not thusly doomed. If you're really an INFJ, you're the most metaphysical of types. And that means you understand everything externally through singular, universal kind of collapsed understandings. You understand everything plays, what media is good, what media is bad. You get good aesthetic instincts, but you've got relatively uncertain self-concept and a challenging path to grow from that initial state of relatively uncertain self-concept because of the delicate balance between various functions that comprise the INFJ's personality configuration, you might call it. When I meet a lady and I want to get frisky, I say to her, hey, baby, can you come configure my personality?
How does one go about configuring personality?
I'm not sure. The answer has always been, heretofore, no, that's impossible. Or, what crazy nonsense are you talking about? One of those two answers.
That's all I like them.
Eric, what is my favorite bird? Good question, Octavio Silva. At the moment, I'm feeling rather partial to the crows. Although, you know, there are these little finches near our house that are pretty cool. There's, you know, the bird that gets the most attention from me actually is a peacock. I fed the peacock yesterday a lot of pistachio nuts. I said, here, have some pistachio nuts. And the peacock said, thank you. The peacock says after each one I feed him, because I got to take the shell off, throw him a pistachio nut. He goes, then he goes, cluck, like a little cluck, cluck sound for me. Like, okay, I'm ready for another one. I notice he does it after every single one when he's waiting for another one. Cluck, cluck. You know, the hawks and the crows around here are in constant battle. You see them up in the sky, flying around in circles of each other. 2 crows on a hawk, Sometimes two hawks on a crow.
There's also ravens. The ravens teach the peacocks. I saw them how to flutter their stuff.
Flutter their stuff.
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah, some of the birds that I consider crows are probably actually ravens because we've spotted a couple of ravens around here. Richard pointed them out to me. I didn't realize we had ravens. I thought they were all crows, but some of them are different. The ones with the more meowy beaks are ravens. Yes, I find I have some very interesting perspectives on life. It's rewarding in some ways, but that awareness is a double-edged sword. Yeah, awareness is a double-edged sword in general. It's like being among the most metaphysical types means being hyper aware of the subtext and sometimes overly aware of the subtext. There's a lot of times when things don't really mean a whole lot. Other times they do. There's a lot of sort of indications from a given thing that one might or might not note or tend to. INFJs and ENTPs spend a lot of time talking about abstractions, a lot of time talking about ideas, a lot of time talking about words. Some people would consider that a less meaningful life than something that's more experientially based. I don't, and I think it's incorrect to think of that. First time viewing to this guy, what he up to? Hello, UE. If this is the first time viewing me, then what I am up to is I'm talking in the live stream about various ideas and concepts, responding to people who say things in the live chat, and generally framing most things through the personality, psychology, or cognitive function frame, as that has become and continues to be the general subject of the channel, so to speak. So that is what he up to answer your question. How does your polar function manifest and compare to this ENTJ's polar function? And here. For people who are ENTJs or even ESTJs, it can, or ESTJs, it can be quite, they're extroverted types, but they can be quite counter to the traditional definition of what an extrovert looks like. So just because they're extroverted functions first doesn't mean they are necessarily extroverted socially. TE is the least socially extroverted of the extroverted functions. ESTJs are actually more extroverted than ENTJs in their display because their third slot NE makes them enjoy talking and not really enjoy listening. You guys know, okay? I'm not showing you my butt crack.
That's foul.
I will show you my cut brack if you want. That's like a butt crack, but with the first letters reversed. So, Mel Hughes, the reason you're asking that question is Countess said, I'm not an extrovert either, but I'm still an ENTJ. What she's saying is, I'm not I'm not what one would perceive typically as socially extroverted, but I am nevertheless an extrovert because I have TE as dominant function. Jake Forrest says, dang, I came here for the butt crack. I did it all for the butt crack. The butt crack. So you can take this nut rack and shove it up your ass. As they said in that band that sang that song, Limp Bizkit, I believe they were called. So what happened to my tree? Well, I started feeling guilty because we pulled tarot cards for the tree, and the tarot cards express sorrow and a sense of betrayal. Well, why? Because I'm making this living tree stay inside the house where it didn't want to be, and it wasn't really getting a lot of water. So anyway, I felt guilty about it. I took it outside. I planted it in the ground last night. Now it seems to be a lot happier out there. And, you know, I should pull a card for the tree today. Let's just see how the tree is doing. With its state of being. This one. Action, speed, go. It's really settling into its new spot, apparently. Got the 8 of rods. It's got a busy day in Plant Town. Out there in the dirt, extending its tendrils of its roots deeper and deeper, more and more sensually, until finally it explodes in an ejaculation of growth. It's a happy little tree now, indeed. Talk about a happy ending. Decorate Pee-Pee's cat tree. Pee-Pee's cat tree. I don't think Pee-Pee has a cat tree. Oh, cat tree is one of those things that's got carpet on it that cats scratch, right? Okay, listen, everybody. Hold on a second, you hosers. Recently, I started watching Strange Brew. I want to finish watching it before I go to sleep. Anyway, you hosers, I got to go smoke a cigarette. And can you guys just sort of chat amongst yourselves while I go smoke this? Like, Jake Forrest, can you be responsible for entertaining everybody while I'm gone, please? Thank you. If Jake Forrest fucks it up, Octavia Silva, could you take over responsibility for that, please? Thank you. All right, I'll be right back. Do you believe in life after love?
Sometimes the person.
I want to hear that stereo. What's it called? Stereotronics? Is that the band called that? It says, pump up the jam.
Pump it up while your feet are bumping and the jam is pumping. I want a place to stay. Get your boogie on, make my day. That's ENFP music. Oh, I have cards. I was working while doing this stuff. I have cards. This is for Star Wars. We have Ace of Clubs. Says bum bum bum. And nothing on the back, so it probably didn't do as well as people in the franchise had hoped. I don't know, sometimes that happens. Then we have this one. This one is for... This one's really special, folks. This one is for all them folks in the chat who do not talk. It is the King of Spades. It says, oh, it's in my hand. Where's my dick? And nothing on the back. And this one is for things that we do in life. It's the 3 of Spades, and it says, thank you, ENFJs. With nothing but this fat couple on the back. So that was the work that I did we can see if that was actual work or not. I expect to be judged on this, and
Who's gonna judge you?
People that judge.
Let them judge.
I'm joking. Actually, you smell so yombers.
Thanks.
It's like fruity pebbles.
Now listen, you guys. I want to tell you, I've been concerned by the amount of treeist language that's been popping up around here. People talking about bark skins. People talking about branchy bastards. That kind of treeist language is hate speech in my book, okay?
Oh, man. No one likes that.
Ham bone is the logical consequences of bacon eating. It's true. As true things go, anyway.
Yeah.
Squanchy. What does squanchy mean? More like a squanch than something that's not squanchy?
It's staunchy and sweet.
Staunchy. Staunch and squishy.
Squishy and...
Staunch and squishy makes squanchy.
Dentici. Dominic DeCoco.
What are the best career choices for INFJ? Well, Host Eric's Girlfriend is a good career
It really
choice,
is.
but it's already taken. There's only one position.
So, being that one position person, I'm going to say you're icon. That's the best career.
Yeah, media icon would be fine. Consultant, like counsel, like the governor's right hand man or something.
Governor's Ball is a feast in New York. It's actually an island. They only use it for feasts and like festivals. Never been. Maybe this is an urban legend. Does it really happen?
What?
Governor's Ball. I've never been there, so I can't actually say myself if it exists.
Well, I'll tell you what. Let's crash. Let's find when a governor's ball is being held, and let's crash that shit.
Okay.
We'll put on our best evening gowns. We'll crash that. When I get stoned, I envision this charismatic cult leader type leading group of people. Maybe that's my subconscious calling. The problem with INFJ being a charismatic cult leader is they have periods of wanting to withdraw and then sort of trash the existing infrastructure of things. Bad career choice for INFJs. Warehouse operations manager. Yeah, or like maybe
Waste management.
Yeah. A Sasquatch says squanch when you squash them. Yeah.
Hey, Winston's mom.
Have you guys not watched Rick and Morty? Squanchy was explaining one episode. I have watched all the seasons that are available not on Cartoon Network. I know we've got a few episodes that have been released that I haven't seen yet.
Neither have I. I haven't even seen any previews. This is
who wanted this is this the story of Lord of the Rings, Horse Mumbler?
Yeah, because I only saw it in the movies.
To be hailed as lords like Morgoth, who tried to usurp all creation and falsely crowned himself king of the world, Arda.
Okay, I only met one person in ENFJ who remembers this. It was this cartoon on Disney, the Disney Channel, and it was like Lion Witch with the Wardrobe, but it was like a creepy version. It was so scary. It didn't need to be that scary. It was a cartoon.
INFJ equals mathematician. What do you think? I think that's fine. I think that's not a bad career for INFJ. Certainly, mathematician is TI heavy, which is fine because their third slot. They probably find it satisfying. I think like an INFJ hotel owner with a very effective TE manager beneath them would be a good job because they could sort of fill the public role of the hotel as they saw fit.
I was a hotel person. I worked at a hotel for a long time. I was host for a really long time as a career. It was nice and easy.
This
The only
is
thing
your
was that I
table.
couldn't talk to on the phone. I was like, what's the big deal with that? No one's even here.
Forensics, you mean like crime forensics or you mean like speech forensics? Philosophy. Yeah. I mean, look at what's his name? Sam Harris. There's an INFJ who's made a career out of philosophy. Should you find an INTJ friend to open a hotel with? Not a bad idea. Cemetery caretaker. I mean,
I smoked weed in a cemetery before in college at Kutztown University. There was a cemetery next door, and I smoked weed in it. How do you like them apples?
isn't that where one smokes weed?
Cemetery caretaker.
I used to smoke weed at the Sierra Madre Cemetery
That's fun.
when we played basketball. An INFJ cemetery caretaker would turn her life into a YouTube channel. I mean, YouTuber is not a bad career for INFJ as well if they can motivate themselves to make enough stuff. It's like, look at Frank James as an example, or Eric Thor. Eric Thor really he had multiple attempts at starting a personality channel that he would put up and take down and put up and take down before he actually launched the thing and said, okay, fuck it. I'm gonna take the FE hits. Because the thing is, it's difficult for INFJs to take the FE hits. And they perceive all the possible FE angles of attack. It's like that's where their fifth slot NE is most active. They can see how somebody makes them vulnerable to certain kinds of FE attacks, and then they don't want to take that risk. So, if you can put yourself out there more and you have a vision of what you want to talk about and shit, you can certainly potentially make a living on YouTube. I don't, but you could.
I knew it because I knew it. I knew his channel wasn't Frank James. Like I knew it was something else before it.
No, I'm talking about Frank James, I'm talking about Eric Thor.
Yeah, but I'm talking about Frank James. It fucking drove me crazy. I was like, this was not Frank James before. It was something else. It drove me nuts.
Well, he probably did the same thing.
So it was like,
But the only reason I know about it is because Eric Thor talked about it in one of his videos, how he had a couple of false starts and INFJ. Oh no, I'm taking down all my videos. Like Pukoki.
So I had MySpace. I was one of the first ones to have MySpace like ever. And my face was like on everyone's MySpace when it first started because like I didn't know that I signed up. And I just was like, okay, this is a thing, I'll sign up for it. And then they like you select your own people. And then like I photoshopped my face a little bit, like blurred out like my eyelashes to make it look darker and my lips look darker. And people like Borat, Sacha Baron Cohen thought like I was not real, and he put my picture on his MySpace page, and I didn't even know it. I was getting emails from like these people, and I just was ignoring it because it was ridiculous. And then Zach Braff put me on his people. And I found out from my ENFJ boyfriend at the time, and he was so jealous that he like made me deactivate it. And I was like, "Dare? Of course." Boom, deactivate. It's easy. You're gonna dare me? I will do it.
Okay. Well.
Hola, other Rachel.
Hola.
I saw your haircut from back in the day. It seems very 2006-ish. Do you like that kind of music? How did you get the name Only Rachel? That's very impressive. Like usually when you make a name for YouTube, they make you have two names, like your first and your last name. So the fact that you got like Rachel, you signed up early.
My daughter got her name at gmail.com. First, last. Because I guess there weren't any other Delilah Strausses when she got it.
That's nice. My Yahoo email is sweetgirl227@yahoo.com.
Was I listening to Rachel give me the how-to lessons? Wahaha. I don't know. When does she give me how-to lessons? Right now?
Yeah, because like you're being like extremely passive aggressive. So what are the how-to lessons that you are speaking of?
I thought you were saying I was being extremely passive aggressive.
Right. So I'm trying to get to the point.
Am I being passive aggressive?
No, Winston's mom.
Oh.
So like to the lesson, how-to lessons. Bwahahaha.
Okay, well, yeah, I don't know what that's referring to.
Yeah, it's like enigma.
Is Isaiah rude? Oh, you emailed it to me? Okay. I will get it and I will upload it in a little bit. I've done that before plenty of times.
Ooh, were you typing someone?
Yeah,
Countess? Why is Countess not going directly to the source and signing up?
Rachel. It's fine. I've already he approved this with me ahead of time.
Is he an INTP?
Yeah, he approved it with me ahead of time. And regardless, it's fine.
Ken Krishna Samarapago hosts Erica at the 49-minute point. She was explaining how he dared her. Oof. I will be careful. I'm trying not to. Oof. She's an INFP.
Who?
She'll probably kill herself.
Boom Shika? Why would you say that? Boom Shika? Or
boom. Like chic? Chic and shake? Shake Shack?
Okay, well.
She's usually satisfied when she talks to an INTP. She talks to Spacey too, so this is nothing.
No, you're thinking about Eileen. Eileen's the one who got typed by Spacey.
Oh, Countess is the one that came over here, and she wants to hang out
Peter
with you. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh man, are you so lost?
This live stream here. Have a good night, everybody. Thanks for
Are
watching.
You from Indonesia?
Don't forget to eat plenty of
farts.
cheese.